Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at Jon Snow from the Game of Thrones Legacy Collection. This guy is pretty cool, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. Here it is. It's pretty standard for the Game of Thrones style packaging. It's got the Stark House like emblem down here, a nice big window here to show off the figure. And on the back, it's got a picture of him from the TV show. So, like I said, pretty standard packaging, so let's go ahead and get back to the figure. He stands, let's see here, exactly 6 inches tall, so that puts him right in scale with the other Game of Thrones figures. You know, he's taller than, Tyrion and Daenerys, but of course he's shorter than, like, the Hound or someone like that, so they did a really nice job with that. And he comes with one accessory, and that is his sword. They did a really nice job with the sword. As you can see in this kind of groove in the middle of the sword, there's some really well done detail in there. And it is a little bit bent from the packaging, and it's kind of a hard plastic, so I'm afraid to try and bend it back into shape, but it's not a huge deal. And of course he's got the wolf head on the end of his sword, just like in the show. So a really nice accessory. I wish he came with something else, but I don't really know what they would have given him, so I'm okay with them just giving us one. As far as the figure itself goes, I think it looks pretty good. I don't know about his face sculpt so much. I mean, just seeing him dressed up like this, I can definitely tell who he is. But compared to the face there, I don't know, it's just not 100% for me. But I think it's close enough where, especially since he's 6 inches tall, it'll definitely work. And I think his outfit looks really nice. He's got a lot of varied finishes. Like his chest is really flat, but he's got the more like leather-like tunic piece here. He's got a really nice cape. And it's shiny opposed to the fur, which is more flat, and it's got some like snow detail on there. A really nice looking figure. Funko did a nice job with these. As far as articulation goes, I'm sure a lot of you already know that these figures had some problems. Like the articulation is there, but it's just so fragile and stuck that you're probably not going to end up using it. So in the head, he's got a double ball peg that works, really well. Looks good. And the hair is soft rubber, so it's not going to get in the way. He's got ball hinge shoulders, and the cape doesn't get in the way. It's nice and soft again. They would swivel 360, but the cape does get in the way of that, but not enough for it to be a problem. He's got ball hinged elbows, but mine are so frozen that I'm afraid to move them. And I don't want to break it, so I'm just afraid to move them. They do swivel. And then he's got ball hinge wrists, but they work primarily as a swivel because the hinge, again, is so small and so frozen and fragile that I don't want to break it, but it is running vertically through the hand on both sides. He's got a ball peg in the torso, which works well. It's fairly well hidden, and it works, so I'm glad they added that. He's got T-jointed hips, and on this side it's blocked a little bit by the sword, but on this side it does work well, and it does kick forward. I do want to mention that this piece here is separate, so that's a really nice detail. He's got double hinged knees, and then he's got hinged ankles, ankle rockers. Oh, and I almost forgot, he's got a thigh swivel. So pretty much the full articulation that you'd expect from an adult collectible, especially in the 6-inch scale. The only thing that kind of holds him back is the fragile articulation. I don't want to move him too much because I'm afraid that I'm going to break him. But if they fix those problems in the future, I think that this series, or this type of figure could do very well. I do also want to mention that you can put his sword in the sheath on his side, or you have the, I guess technically you have the ability to, but I haven't managed to because of where it is. As you can see, it doesn't move very much at least. And then the sword, just because it's got the T shape here, you can't actually get it into the sheath. So that's kind of disappointing. I wish they put a little bit of thought in there. Maybe made this like removable or something. But anyway, I think he's a good enough figure where if you like Jon Snow, he's probably worth picking up. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comments section below, and I'll see you later.